Hey friends, ZenKahuna here. I'm going to demonstrate the clean from the hang today. Then we'll do clean from the hole. And then we'll do a couple of other variations of the clean. This is part of an extended series that I'm doing showing individual moves in their variations so that you can have a little catalog to refer to so that you can keep a nice broad diversity in the styles that you use so that you're working your whole body in a variety of ways on a regular basis. All right, so the clean is one of the foundational moves along with the swing of kettlebell lifting. From the beginning, you want to start, use good form, just reach down and use the legs to draw the kettlebell up. Then we're going to do this from the hang. So the clean involves, let me just show it to you. I'll use my other hand to help do it. What we don't want to do is pull this up and just have it flop over. What we do want to do is bring this up in a nice swirling motion so that it goes and comes right into where you want it. So there's three positions at the top. You can either have it where your thumb is practically touching your sternum here in the center of your chest. You can have it, as I oftentimes do, I like to turn my fist out a little bit so it gives me a nice shelf for the kettlebell, or you can actually bring it down onto your hip bone. Now, some of you that are a little bit heavier, you might not be able to reach it to your hip bone, and that's okay. There's lots of different ways of holding it in the rack position. So we're coming from here to here, right? So this is what? The clean to a rack, so a racked position. And in the rack position, you can do lunges, you can do squats. It's the beginning for going into your press. The rack is a good way you can carry a pair of them and go walking. So you want to have a good strong rack after you've cleaned, all right? Let's take a look at it. Lift it up. Then you're going to swing it back through your legs and clean it. So the clean, notice that it stays right in the midline. See where my hand is in the midline? Midline, midline up. You notice that what I'm using is my favorite way, which is having my fist out and away. I'll do a few. Here's close. Then I'll do it for down on the hip. So I'm packed in here with this on the hip. Elbow to hip, all right? So I'm gonna have the incredible Dr. M come in and the incredible Coach Tara come in. We'll all do these together. We'll start off with left hand. So we just lift first. I'll have them face you. I'll turn to the side so you can get a little bit of a sense of what it looks like from the side. Everything stays in nice and close. All right, now we're going to do a hand-to-hand variation of this. So we'll come down, clean one, then we're going to come down, a little bit of a swing, and clean to the other side. Swing, clean other side. All right, so movement stays in the midline, boom. Then you don't want to be too far out either. I'm going to show you a wrong way of doing it. That's not the way. This is the way. Everything nice and close. Now what you can do is get by a wall, a tree, chain link fence, something like that, and just practice getting in closer and closer to it. I'm going to use Coach Tara, and because we've trained together for a long time, she has absolute trust. She's going to stand nice and close to me, and I'm going to clean while leaving her undamaged. This is kind of like you see in the circus when they're throwing the knives, right? And she looks totally comfortable, doesn't she? Okay. We have a lot of fun, especially when I'm the one with the kettlebell that's not going to get hit no matter what. So, we see she could step in a little bit more. Okay. And that would be about as close as she'd want to get. Actually, do not do this at home with your friends, because then you'll be losing friends. So a tree would be much better. That's from the hole, from the hang. So you understand what I'm talking about. Keep it in nice and close so that you can get posterior and anterior chain working together, and you're really locking it in. You don't want to be flaccid with this. So during the contraction phase, boom, then release, contract, lock it in every single time. So I showed just a couple from the hole. Let's take a look at that again. Put your kettlebell back between your legs a little bit. And we're going to do just one side back and forth. So here we go. Clean, clean, clean. All right. Now this time we're going to alternate. So change hands, clean. Change hands. One more. All right. So those are some variations that you can do using one kettlebell. You guys can go back. So I want to show you using two kettlebells doing a clean. So what you want to be careful of when doing a clean with two kettlebells is that you don't smash your little fingers. So, you see how easy it would be to smash your fingers? So what you do is just curl your fingers up, so if they hit, it's steel. Then you catch them as you go down and move fingers out of the way. You can also just leave fingers up. So that's doing it from the hang. Let's take a look at it from the hole. So 3 ways of hands. Here's where you could hit your fingers. Here's your fingers pulled back. Here's your fingers sticking up. So, one final variation. It's doing alternating cleans. This is one of my favorites. I first saw this years ago. I think the guy's YouTube, I think he's still up, was Motivate Me. Motivate Me. All right, so picking them up, and here's what it looks like. So you get one up and then start. So those are some variations you can do of the clean to keep yourself juicy and just laying down more and more neurological pathways of how you can move with your kettlebells. All right, let's take a look at alternating cleans from the side so you can just kind of get a sense of what it looks like and about your body positioning. We're on a little bit of a slope here, so I'm feeling a little angled. So go ahead and get your first one cleaned up. And then you're just going to sit down and stand up, that's all. It's a great little move.